British police are treating the horrifying murder of a serving soldier in London as a terror attack. The man was hacked to death outside the Army barracks in Woolwich in London South. Let's get the latest from UK correspondent Martin Frizzell. Martin, a lot of people emailing in about this. What makes this murder an act of terror?
Well, initially, Natalie, they're going on eyewitness reports, and let me just read you some of the verbatim comments that the attackers used, such as an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, we swear by Almighty Allah, we will never stop fighting you. They're also suggesting, the experts are, that this type of cold daylight execution, the soldier was beheaded, we understand, is very similar to Al-Qaeda style execution. So there's really no doubt here amongst defence and military experts that this has a terrorist connection to it. Here's how the day's events unfolded. In a South London street, a man with bloodied hands, still carrying a knife and machete, approaches a camera and tries to justify what has just happened.
I apologise that women had to witness this today, but in our land, our women have to see the same. You people will never be safe. Remove your governments, they don't care about you.
He walks back up the road, back towards the victim of this attack, who lies prone in the street. A young man believed to be an off-duty soldier. The man with blood on his hands then talks to another man. There are also heated conversations with passers-by, people who have witnessed appalling violence, some of whom tried to stop it. But there was more violence to come. These pictures were taken shortly after the police opened fire on the two apparent attackers, who, according to witnesses, made as if they were going to attack the police officers.
Get back! Get back! Move back! Move back!
These pictures were taken by a man who had been on a bus heading for a job interview the day that Baghdad-style violence came to South London. So those two attackers were shot by armed police when they arrived. Interesting to see from those pictures that those men made no attempt to attack anybody else, and it's thought that they were purely out to target serving soldiers. They're both in hospital, separate hospitals tonight, under armed guard. The Prime Minister, David Cameron, cutting short a trip to Europe. He's flying back to take control. And worryingly, Natalie, tonight, groups of men in balaclavas going round parts of London shouting, "England, England."
OK, Martin Frizzell, we thank you for the update live from London there. Officials in Oklahoma City say they've pulled all survivors and bodies from the rubble of Monday's deadly tornado. The focus has now turned to the massive clean-up job. 7 News US Bureau Chief Mike Amor is in more. Mike, what kind of damage bill is Oklahoma looking at?
Well, hello again, Nat. Authorities here are expecting insurance claims to total at least $2 billion. It seems anybody with a rake or a shovel is now on the streets starting this massive cleanup. But of course, it's going to take a lot more than that to clean up the 2,400 homes that have been damaged or destroyed. You might be able to see behind me the cleanup beginning at the Moore Medical Centre, which was so badly damaged. Now, the Mayor of Moore today said that he wants it made compulsory for storm shelters to be built on any new construction. That, of course, would include all the homes that would be rebuilt around here. It seems logical after what has happened, but it's in response to growing anger that there was not enough protection, especially at the schools where those children died. So that's what may happen in the coming months. We're also hearing final reports that the death toll will be 24, that everybody's been accounted for. That's despite some reports that 6 adults may still be unaccounted for. The governor says that is not the case. We're also hearing that 10 of those 24 are children, 3 of them babies. 320 people were injured and 200 people were rescued. And President Obama will be here touring this devastation on Monday, Australian time, Nat.
OK, thank you very much, Mike Amor. A man's been shot several times in the back outside a home in Sydney's west. Police arrived on the scene after neighbours reported hearing shots fired in Castlereagh. 3 men, including the homeowner, have been taken into police custody. The injured man is under police guard in hospital. Australia's biggest corporate bookmaker has launched a withering attack on rival Tom Waterhouse. Sportingbet Chief Executive Michael Sullivan has accused Waterhouse of acting irresponsibly, saying his continued presence on Channel 9's NRL broadcasts is doing damage to the industry. Sullivan says he backs a plan to ban all live odds during sports broadcasts. The Duchess of Cambridge has brightened up Buckingham Palace, stepping out in canary yellow at a garden party in London. The mother-to-be joined the Queen for Her Majesty's annual tea party. Prince Charles and the Duchess of Cornwall also greeted guests. 8,000 members of the public are invited to the palace event every year, just a small gathering, which is considered a highlight of the summer social calendar.